Hello students, this is Ron Denault, your instructor for this course. I'm creating this video as an additional resource to help you through the Smith assignments in Chapter 3. So I'm going to use the NumberDouble program, and this particular file can be found in the Chapter 3 data files. What this program does is it allows input and it uses a while statement. Okay, those are the two main things. Allows input from the user. So there are three variables declared. None of them are constants. They don't have a value. Two of them are integers and the original number string. Now, one of the things you have to remember is that any program that requires user input is input as a string. But if it's going to be used in a mathematical calculation with an integer, the string has to be converted to an integer, which that does in this program. You can see it right here. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is, outside of the while loop, we're going to ask for an input from the user. So input box $. Now that input is going to be the value of the variable original number string, which is right here. And as I said, user input is a string. Okay, so what we're asking for, and this underscore here just says that we're going to a new line. We could have typed all of this on the same line and we wouldn't have needed any of these underscores. The underscore just says we're continuing on a new line. Okay, you need to do that in Visual Basic Programming. So the string enter number to double. Now remember, it's a literal, it's in quotes, so that's exactly what's going to show up on the screen, and there's a space here. This is concatenate, so we're also adding another string, which is going to say or 0 to end the program. So you're either going to enter a number or the number 0 to end the program. Okay. Now we're going to take the variable original number, which is an integer, and give it a value, which is going to be the string that the user inputted. But because that's a string and this is an integer, we're talking about two different data types, and you cannot use two different data types in calculation in programming. So we have to convert this string to an integer. So we're converting it to a 32-bit integer here. Convert .to int 32. So now this original number becomes whatever the user inputted. So now we can multiply, or we can use any calculation we want using the original number and anything else. Okay, so now we're starting a loop, a while loop. And as long as this condition is met, in other words, if the original number, which in this case means whatever the user typed in, is either less than or greater than 0. So it can be any number, positive or negative, but it can't be 0. Now remember, 0 is the number used to end the program. Okay, so as long as it's not 0, the calculate answer, which is this variable here, it's already an integer, the calculate answer equals the original number, which the user inputted, times 2. That's how you double a number. Simple, right? So now we need an output statement. So the output statement is here, system.console.writeLine. The original number, okay, which is the number the user inputted, and a string that says doubled is, so the original number, let's say you typed in a 5. 5 space doubled is space the calculated answer, which is that original number times 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. So it output 10. Now, you're probably wondering why we put this again when it's already up here. Well, the one up here is not in the while loop, so this can only be used once. But because this one is contained within the while loop, it's going to continue to be used as long as this condition is met. Okay? As long as the number is less than or greater than 0, so that's why this is in the while loop. We have to type it again, and because we typed it again, we have to do the conversion again, because it's a string, it's user input, and it has to be converted to an integer. Okay? Now, once the user types in a 0, the program is going to end. But as long as he types in a number and continues to hit enter, and he's inside the while loop, he can do that forever. You can type in as many numbers as you want and hit enter, and it'll continue to show you the double of that number until you hit 0. And that condition will continue to apply as long as your number is less than or greater than 0. Then you end the sub and you end the module. That's how it works. So let's see how this works. Okay? So I've already moved the file to my VB folder. So I am going to run it. The name of the program is NumberDouble, okay? But you don't put .vb because that'll open the .vb file. So I'm going to hit enter. It's asking me to enter a number. So I'm going to enter 3 numbers. I'll start off with 10 and click OK. So as you can see, it outputted 20. Now I'll put 20 and click OK. And you can see that it outputted 40. So I'll type 40 and click OK. And you can see that it outputted 80. And it'll continue to go and go and go forever as long as the number. Let's try a negative number. So we'll try negative 30 and click OK. And the answer is negative 60. So you can go on and on and on until the condition to end the program, which is 0 to end. So I'm going to click 0 and then click OK, and it brings me back to the VB. Okay, so that ends the instruction for this. That ends the instruction video for Chapter 3 to help you with the Smith assignment. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.